Hello, Meoni here, and today is the 4th of May 2016, and these are your Black Desert Online patch notes, read by me, so you don't have to. Huge patches usually come in at the most ill-prepared of times. I'm pretty ill myself, but today we have ourselves some lovely meaty content addition and changes, so let's dive straight in, shall we? Firstly, let's start with 2 new events added to the game, the first of which, if you like the May Whistles or the Spring Collection events, then you will love this one. It seems the theme this time and in this patch is Piracy. Arr, Jim lad, that be true. The event will have its own video up at a later date, of course, with a guide, but the small details today are that killing mobs out in the world sometimes drops rum. The node manager Shilly on the new Coot Island, or Coot Island, I'm not sure how you pronounce that yet, will take groups of 100 of these bottles of rum and reward you with a pirate flag housing item. 200 rum will give you a cosmetic pirate eye patch, and 300 rum will give you a pirate hat. These all sound awesome, and I can't wait to get my hands on them personally. The second event then, as I mentioned there would be 2, is titled Mother's Day, even though it's not just for a day. An event where you perform themed events for an NPC named Santo Moritz. In Velia, you may remember him, he's the worker manager. You will need to do a couple of prerequisites, as in like his quests, which are, I believe, level 20 quests, and you'll need to be level 30 to do this event. If you know anything about this NPC, you'll remember that he and his mother, that lives in the same town as him, don't actually get on very well together at all, and this event sees to expand upon that. The quests ultimately reward you with a daily quest for the duration of the event, which reward consumable buff foods each day, and eventually you'll get a special title, Mother Lover. Now, it's going to be fairly hard to get the Lonely Island song out of my head now, but let's try and move on. Beware that both of these events do start on May the 4th, i.e. today, and they do end on the 25th of May at 10 AM UTC. So that's 10 AM GMT if you live in England. Aside from the patch bringing 2 events with it, it also included a lengthy pirate-themed cash shop update. Everything from eye patches to full-blown pirate outfits and a new pet dog. Again, a video on these outfits and cash shop editions will be on the channel at a later date, so be sure to look out for that, and I'll put a link into that when it's up. The loyalty section also saw the addition of the good pet food. This middle tier pet feed you can actually craft in the game with basic cooking for very little materials, but you can also buy it here for 50 loyalty points, which seems a little bit steep. You can also now buy a thick fishing rod for 25 loyalty points, a high quality carrot for 25, and paste bait used for fishing and increase the catch chance are for 25 loyalty points. It remains to be seen if anyone will actually find any of these useful, as obviously many of these items aside from the paste bait are fairly simple to obtain and craft in the game, and obviously loyalty can be better spent on boss summon scrolls or many other sought after items, including weight. The real meat and potatoes of this patch, though, is the addition of class balancing. Namely, the Mewa and Musa chargeability has been adjusted, and both classes have been brought in line closer with others in PvP, supposedly. I'm not sure what that means, we'll see at a later date, I'm sure. Little balancing tweaks and changes around, including some bug fixes with witches and wizards. Apparently there was something where if a witch and a wizard tried to sprint while clicking left click with no items equipped in their weapon slots, they were able to basically reset their sprint meter. Apparently that's been fixed, so I didn't know about that, but apparently that was a bug that people were using. So boss armor has finally been added to the game. A lot of people thought this was already in, myself included, but apparently they're adding it in this patch today, and these can all be obtained very, very rarely off the bosses the armor is named after. Red Nose's armor, Gaiath's helm, Beg's gloves, and Muskan's shoes can all be found with a very low drop chance from both the world boss and similar summoned versions of those bosses from scrolls. Aside from bosses, monsters have also been tweaked and fixed with different damage values and health accordingly. Apparently the drop rate of certain items and silver on some of these monsters has also been adjusted. Whether that means buffed or nerfed, I'm not really sure at this point. So be sure to check out the full list of these monster changes on a long list drop down here in the source link provided in my video's description. In horse news, we have the addition of 2 new types of tier 3 horses being added into the world. Speculation is awry as to what this means, but possibly just new skins or otherwise. However, you will be pleased to know that the amount of training experience in this patch gained from taming a horse has been buffed, so it has been increased, so you get more per tame, which is pretty cool if you're trying to get to higher taming level. New areas of the game are now accessible apparently. Kuwait Islands, which are the location for the turn-in for the pirate event, is now accessible via boat. There's a new area called Tungred Forest and Hashra Dungeon. Both of these are also now accessible in this patch, which everyone is calling Mediah Part 2. All in all, the patch fixed many of the bugs and little tweaks with items and quests, things that were annoying people on the forums. They're listening to people's feedback, and it seems they're working towards getting things ready for a late June release of the Valencia patch update. Many of these small changes mark much of the final tweaks of our current content before they implement the next major content update. So my question to you today then, down there in the comment section, is all of these changes, are they coming too frequently? Are you prepared for Valencia update? Have you caught up in gear? Have you even touched many of the Mediah quest lines? I know I haven't. Let me know, and I will see you next time for another video. Additionally, huge apologies for my ill nature at the moment. I don't know what the hell's going on with me, and the frequency of videos will be returned back to normal. I don't know. I can't let the illness beat me, so let's get back to it, shall we?